carried a lot of weight there. I feel like I carried a lot of weight there. This is the backside. Crunchy, crunchy. Crunchy, crunchy.
This is the front.
This is the front.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably tidy this. Okay,
Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences, but enjoyable to others. Please come peep us if you're trying to get caught up, not caught out. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. Take a load off.
it's not quite just normal meat wad. There was something...
Does like meat wad.
Oh, and Snoop Dogg. It was like Snoop Dogg meat wad.
Okay.
Snoop wad.
Snoop wad?
Meat dog. Oh, they can hear us
folks.
right now. They can hear us
they
right
hear
now.
us?
They can hear us right now. Yeah, they can.
All right. Well, how y'all doing?
Oh, I think
Better than Matthew Perry.
better than Matthew Perry.
Better
That's
than
for
MP.
sure. Oh my God.
God damn.
Oh, and we got a
Goddamn,
fucking
goddamn.
comment.
God damn, already.
Load.
Folks, hello, good morning. It is Monday morning, start of your week.
Morning, bright and early. It is a shining bright day out there, folks.
Goodness.
It is gorgeous.
This is The Brew, this is Tyler, I'm Jeff. We're a band that is also a game show.
Happens to be a podcast.
Folks, we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our brew into your mouth.
God, that's a spicy brew today.
That's the exact sound that the mother in Hereditary made when the scene panned up. The child heard a strange noise in the attic and she was sawing her own head off with a bicycle chain.
That was kind of the move for her in the moment. That's like, make a statement.
Make a statement.
Make a statement. I'd like to see a bicycle chain kind of like sponsor her. You know what I mean? These chains are
Does
good for
Midas
any
make
job.
bikes?
You know,
I'm trying to
Midas.
think. Does anyone make?
Oh no. Oh,
Does anyone make a?
problem?
Who makes a bike these days? I don't know who's. I know a lot of brands. This is fucking chaos over here.
That is a problem.
I'm gonna put Jeff down. I'm gonna put him. Is it time, folks? Do we put him down?
Oh, jeez, folks. How are you doing today? How is this fine fall treating you? You know, we're about to get into winter, but this really is, you know, the climax of fall. So enjoy it.
God damn.
Enjoy fall.
There's still some leaves on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the leaves on the ground are yellow. Once those leaves are brown,
And then
brown
sludge
and gray and
happens.
black in the sludge,
Things are going to get a lot worse for you.
You're going to get a lot sadder than you are right now. You're in a good...
We are popping off this morning, folks. People
got
from
a lot
work
of calls
cannot
coming in.
stop trying to get a
They
hold of
just
us.
can't stop. They want a little bit.
But we on the most important job, being here with you good folks on Monday morning and Friday evenings, spiritually Friday.
Monday 9:30 a.m.,
physically.
Friday 6:30 p.m. We want you to start your week right and end it with a nice kickoff. We're going to kick you off right.
Oh, speaking of kickoffs, I went to the Seahawks game yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, Randall
Were the
took me for
tickets
my birthday.
$1,700? I just talked to somebody about Seahawks ticket
don't know.
prices, and I realized there maybe I'm not a sports person, not because I don't like sports. It's just because I'm
How much do you think a Seahawks ticket
a curmudgeon.
is?
I would guess that a Seahawks ticket right now for a shitty ticket was like $350.
No.
No?
No. Maybe when they're good. I mean, I don't know. I didn't purchase the tickets. My good friend Randall brought me for my birthday. Shoutouts to Randall.
Shoutouts to Randall.
If he was watching, which...
Randy!
One of the things, folks, if you watch on Spotify or listen on Spotify, we did not stop the brew. Some folks on Spotify thought maybe we stopped the brew, including Randall. We're just on YouTube. So sometimes the Spotify's, they don't hop in automatically. You know, there's a lot in the mix, and folks, just watch on YouTube because that's the guaranteed one that will always, you know.
I'm going to give a little shout out to Shipu right now, who's potentially our new social media manager. Shipu out of the old Bangladeshia.
Folks, we're trying to get international. We're trying to, you know, when you like assemble a team, we don't want just Americans. We want people that have.
We want representation.
Remember
We
Captain
want
Planet?
diversity.
We literally trying to be Captain Planet.
Yeah.
But the band that's
Like
also a
literally
podcast
the
and a game
rule
show.
for our team. This is almost racism.
Yeah.
I'm the only pure white allowed.
Yeah. We need one person in a wheelchair and another person in a wheelchair who's brown.
Yeah.
That we're not settling for anything
And
less.
another person who's so fucked up we can't even get him in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like an iron coffin situation
Yeah.
that has to have like a forklift.
And they're going to be our brand specialist.
Yeah, and they're gonna be our brand specialist, and we're gonna rainbow dye their skin 7 different tints, top to bottom.
God, I would love that. The
person is not gonna approve of it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say that's toxic chemicals. I don't eat red dye. I don't eat red dye.
It's the only way we can bring you the entertainment that you need.
Yeah, we're trying to pop off here. You know, we need the back of house needs to be as diverse as the front of house.
Yeah, I want a full house. Mary Kate and Ashley. Come on, baby. Really quick, the Seahawks game yesterday, really awesome because during the halftime show, I don't know if you know this song. You know some songs, others you don't. Like every person.
Like every person. Every person ever invented.
Do you know the song that's like, this is how we do it?
Oh, yeah.
This is how we do it.
Wait, who is that?
Montel Jordan, and he played that song yesterday at the Seahawks halftime show.
Oh, that's great. That feels really good.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, I should have prepared more for this possibility in my life.
That's one of those
Montel Jordan popping up and singing "This Is How We Do It," and then being out.
He was just one song and out.
One song and out. He did like a little weird musical preamble before. He like got people ready, and then somehow I was like, "Wait, is this Montel Jordan?" My klaxon's going up, and then 7 seconds later, he was like, "This is how we do it."
That's how we do it.
Folks, there were people getting nachos and going to the bathroom and talking amongst themselves and like looking on their. I was looking around in disgust. I'm like, guys,
nobody's alive.
MJ,
nobody's alive anymore.
This is not how we do it.
This is not how we do it.
Because in the song he's like South Central does it, and then he did it. Seattle does it like nobody. I mean, he was like... He was in the jersey. It said Jordan on the background. What more do people want?
I don't know.
It's like... It reminded me...
This is how we do it. Looking on our front... Like, he should have wrote a custom one. He should
have adapted midway and been like, I hate you guys because you're not giving me...
This is how we do it.
I mean...
Half chub, no love.
Literally. Yeah. That's how it felt. And it reminded me of like one of those like news stories where it's like, this violinist just played Benaroya Hall for $4 million, but now he's at the subway station and not a single person has the chance to listen because they're too busy. It just reminded me. I'm like, absolutely. This is Montel Jordan, baby. You think this is like some cover artist? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, no, that's a moment where you like, if you're holding a drink, you smash it into the ground.
The drinks are too expensive to smash.
How much is a drink there?
Not the
under
worst.
$10?
No.
Over $10?
Come on,
for a drink?
Yeah, it's like $11 domestic, $13 non for a beer. And then drinks, I don't know, I would guess
if the
more.
Tickets didn't cost $300 each, I would say they were making the money off of concessions.
It's not,
but
I mean, I don't know this was...
How much is a beer?
Like $11 to $13.
$11 to $13.
Which honestly is not... Beers, it seems like it's come down. I feel like at the new stadium, the Kraken, it's the fucking Climate Pledge.
Yeah.
That shit's redonkulous.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like $50 for 2 drinks.
I was paying 15... Oh, wait. Okay, I was paying 15, but I was just drinking, like, Coors Light.
Okay. Yeah, well, $15 for Coors Light, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's horrendous.
Dude, I told you about Billy Bob's, but I didn't. So,
1,500% markup.
I just went to the world's largest, what I thought was the largest bar, but I guess it's the largest honky-tonk. And it was in Texas. I just was on a road trip for folks that know who've been watching the Brew for a couple weeks here. And world's largest honky-tonk. Thought it was the world's largest bar. It's a big bar. Maybe, I don't know.
At least the United States' largest
folks,
bar.
How much do you think the drinks were? If say you're a person and you order a drink for you and your partner.
Shout out in the commies.
How much
Take
do you
a guess
think?
And be preposterous.
Two doubles, 2 double tequilas. Casamigos, which is like a mid-grade tequila. It's it's a good tequila.
It's a fine tequila.
2
nothing to call home about.
Casamigos drinks. Folks, $64. 64 fucking dollars?
For
2 drinks? Doubles? Sure?
I'm sorry.
I mean, you could actually feed a family of 4 to like a fast casual Chipotle dinner for that amount of money.
You could feed a family of 4 for a week on the cheap.
Well, you could on the cheap, but I'm just even talking about like a after a fight, you and your partner have a fight, and you said, you know what, let's keep it together for the family. We're going to Chipotle. I'm getting you the guac because I do have responsibilities as the breadwinner of this family.
Absolutely. We're getting the guac.
We're getting
My
the
kids
guac.
need... What kind of vitamins and nutrients does guac have?
Let's see.
Let's see what kind of vitamins and nutrients. Because, folks, if you're not getting the guac for your families, you probably shouldn't have a family. I'm just going to be
just
completely honest with you.
one average serving of avocado, about
Packs!
3.5 ounces. 10% or more of the daily recommended doses of vitamin K, C, B5, B6, E, and as well the nutrient folate. Crucial for maintaining cellular health, and mineral potassium, which keeps our nerves and muscles moving. So
7.
you would be
7.
foolish not to get the guac, because, folks, if you think that the cost of keeping yourself healthy and keeping yourself moving, you think that's free? It gets more expensive as you get old, so you should probably invest in guac now.
And I want to say, folks, if you look at Safeway, if you look at Walmart, you can get a bag of 5 small avocados. And what I want to say about small avocados right now is that the pits...
Tiny.
They used to be big,
But now they're
anymore.
tiny. Now,
They did something bad to avocados.
I don't like the small avocados. They're like cute and all, and they're petite, but they make me feel like I'm eating something that was like made using unethical techniques of animals.
Yeah.
Like animals
no, exactly.
somehow made the avocados smaller through being tortured.
They
They were like, yeah, we can make them smaller, but you have to to cut this eagle a bunch.
It's in the last 5 years too. Like, do you remember?
I do.
Small avocados. It used
They
to
had
be
big
like
pits.
there's like fucking a quarter-inch
Yeah.
avocado on the sides,
Yeah.
and now it's like there's like a fucking.
You could literally put a pit of an avocado inside of a fucking gun.
You could
And
completely fit
kill
it in your
somebody.
butt comfortably.
You could completely fit. I mean, you would need a couple to really.
To get anything. Yeah.
You need
know
something.
what? I feel like there's got to be something positive about that, folks. If you put avocado, you talk about anal beads, right?
Yeah.
How far into the show are we? Doesn't even fucking matter. You talk about anal beads, right? You talk about avocado oil. You talk about all these vitamins and nutrients. There's got to be something to avocado pit anal beads. And I think maybe there's a business opportunity being missed here, because what are we doing with our avocado
folks,
pits?
do we
We're
want to
throwing
be
them away.
healthy? Do we want to be natural, or do we want to be putting polymers in our body?
Polymers in our booty.
Do we want to be, do you, I mean, you need oil, but I need oil that's still wet, not oil that's plastic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, baby?
Absolutely.
Avocado anal beads.
Avocado anal beads. Avocado anal beads. Avocado anal beads. Avocado anal beads.
One of the things that we do here on The Brew is we read you the news stories that you want to hear, and we comment on them, because,
We give commentary.
a lot of news outlets will give you a story, but they don't give you the nuts and bolts.
The synthesis.
They give you, snap.
They don't give you the takeaway.
They're like a doctor trying to, see 12 patients in a day. They're like, bam, bam, bam. No. Here, we're concierge doctors. We care
and
about you hearing all this story.
we want you to get caught up, not caught out.
Check yourself. Autopsy reportedly reveals body of pregnant model Malia Mooney was found in refrigerator in disturbing downtown Los Angeles murder.
Ouchie, wouchie.
In the fridge, you
So
know.
we've got
It's rough.
Melissa Mooney, really strong name. We love that name.
Yep, that's
Pregnant plus, I want to say 800% intensity to this story. Okay.
In the refrigerator?
Yeah, pregnant. Yeah. That's like 800% intensity. Melissa Mooney, strong name. She's a
800%?
model. I would say 800%. Pregnant? You kill a lady versus you kill a pregnant lady? That's a huge modifier. That's a huge modifier.
Times 8. I would
Model?
say maybe times 5.
Okay, times 5 is maybe
8 seems
fair.
like a lot.
Model times...
Anybody can get pregnant.
Model times
You
1.8.
can get pregnant on accident.
80% more intense because she's a model? Something about 50 to 80% more intense because she's a model?
I mean, potentially.
And in a refrigerator is a nice modifier too. So folks, we got a pretty strong story on our hands. But before we break into it, another thing that we do on the news is we shout out our homies that be commenting like hella. The Unforgiven. It's so good to see you guys on here. Much love to you guys too. Let's fucking do another show together. Hit us up. I think it could be an absolute
Random 45 in
blast.
Nevic. What up, baby?
We see you posting. And hello, Jess. As always, it is a pleasure to have you on the show. You guys are fucking golden. You gotta bring the guac.
You gotta bring the guac. Stephanie Pierce, if you need some of those patented Brotherwife avocado anal beads, just know production starts today.
Production starts today.
We're going to the store after this.
We're going to the store after this.
We're going to a couple stores so we can get the big avocados, the little avocados, and we can really.
That is a relative of mine.
I wanted to.
It is.
I know. That's your like older cousin.
It is. Yep.
That's why I wanted to say that.
I love you.
For me, it's all about inciting.
It's all about inciting riots, violence, and now we return back to the story.
And for her, it's all about being inside a refrigerator. The body of 31-year-old model who was found dead in her apartment building in California was brutally jammed into a refrigerator with a gag made of clothes in her mouth, according to reports. The grim revelation regarding Melissa Mooney's death was reported in the county of Los Angeles on Friday. According to documents viewed by People and Fox LA, Mooney's body was reportedly severely beaten with her wrists and ankles bound and tied behind her with electrical cords. Officials determined that her cause of death was homicidal violence.
So I have not actually heard that term before, homicidal
violence. I mean, we cover a lot of homicides, we cover a lot of violence, and we haven't run. It's a beautiful term, is it not?
It's a good term. It leaves the door open on a lot of different things. You know, it leaves the door open on a lot of different things. It's like punching, kicking, biting, headbutting, blunt force trauma, baseball bats, spitting.
That is assault.
It's
folks.
usually a long death with the spitting assault, with the spitting attack.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of Pokemon Spit Attack.
Sure.
Extremely effective. If you have HIV. No, it's not even actually
Not even HIV. You would have to have something. You have to have rabies.
COVID.
You literally have to have rabies.
Rabies
would be the quickest one.
See, so then the trick is you got to get rabies, you got to be conscious for a little while, and then spread the rabies before you turn into a wild fucking animal.
Yes.
That's the
Which
tough
is very
part with
quick,
rabies.
actually, folks. If you don't know, look up rabies Reddit. Some Redditor did a deep dive on rabies.
It's brutal.
And you will die if you get rabies.
You will die if you get rabies.
That's pretty much it.
Unless you catch it before you know you have rabies.
Yeah.
There's no signs you have rabies. Once you know you have rabies, you're dead.
So basically, you should be checking in with the doctor about rabies every week, basically probably.
Weekly. Yeah.
The blunt force traumatic injuries observed at autopsy were generally not considered acutely life-threatening on their own, the document said. However, based on the circumstances of how Miss Mooney was found, these injuries suggest she was likely involved in violent physical altercation prior to her death.
Okay.
That makes sense.
She was bound in cords and found in a refrigerator. Like, there's not a ton of investigation that needs to
typically, if you
here.
get bound with cords, you don't die.
Yeah.
But since she was in a refrigerator, this is literally what it said.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Some of these police, you don't have to be.
Some of these news writers.
Police need a PR guy.
They really do.
Do they not? How would they not?
You know, I will say though, I have seen a couple police that be popping off, and they obviously have some help, or they just have talent.
You think?
Or they just have talent. I have seen a couple on socials. Yeah, I have seen a couple on socials that are like,
they could have done.
I'm the nice police guy. I'm the nice police guy.
What a horrific bit. What a horrific bit. I don't like nice police guy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
We've talked about this before, actually.
We have. I don't like police officers trying to be cute.
Yeah.
I don't like things that have serious gravity trying to like be cute.
Yeah.
I really don't appreciate
But sometimes it is cute. Hey, you were speeding, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
But it's like, why is it okay though? Why is it okay?
Because you look pretty white.
Is that, folks? You never know with these goddamn cops.
You never know.
Never know.
Me, I have had some bad experiences with cops, but I mean, me and you have had some bad experiences with cops.
Have we? Oh, a little
bit,
bit,
you've been cuffed in the back of a car.
I wasn't in the back of a car.
You weren't in?
No. I was on the porch, and Allison was rubbing my back. Yeah, that was rough. How far are we in?
What? What did you just say?
Yeah, your wife was rubbing my back, bro.
Okay, dude.
Yeah, bro. And I was getting hard, too.
Okay.
I was straight up getting hard, bro. I was like, what? This is the world's most talented violinist. And not many people get to appreciate him because they'll just stop watching the Brew with Brotherwife. But that's where you're making a mistake. No, so we took a little bit of acid, you and I.
That happened.
We took a little bit of acid.
Yep,
how old were we? 20?
I think we were
21?
like 19, 18,
yeah,
19,
we took a little bit of acid.
20.
And we did. We had a really good time.
We did. It was
a really great time. It was a wonderful time.
We had a bath. We took a bath.
We
made
clothed.
a blueberry stream. We were clothed.
We poured Yeah, blueberries and grape juice all over the floor, and then
smushed them and made a river.
them, and we made a river. And,
yeah.
and
then you
in your
turned
aunt and
into
uncle's
the
house.
devil. You turned into
I turned into the devil?
Yeah, you turned into the devil.
When did I turn into the devil?
Remember you were on the floor swimming through the blueberry river, and you looked up and you're like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you freaked me out.
I don't remember. Do you
Not
remember?
as bad as the baby.
I was gonna say, do you remember the baby?
Not as bad
there
as
was
the
like a
dead baby
weird
doll.
baby doll that was in the back, and it was really scary.
It was pretty scary.
It was really
Folks,
scary.
It was extremely
So
scary.
basically, we were on acid, and I don't know. We were outside, and this was like hour 6. And folks, if you've ever done acid, it's a long production. It'll take you about 8 or 9 hours to really get through the whole cycle there.
Yeah.
And so we ended up hour 6 on the porch. There was a guy shouting to us from a distance, and I'm just on acid, and I'm just like, I don't.
We were having such a good time.
It was an amazing time.
Yeah,
and we were
nothing
we
could
were
go wrong
literally
there.
like learning things about life because we're like 19 and 20, and we were like, I remember we learned about like different perspectives like cause conflict. We like the three of us like worked out. They were like, yeah, when you have a different perspective.
That's a source of disagreement.
That's a source of disagreement. It seems so.
Narratives control conflict.
What I love about acid is, and I'm honestly a little bit too afraid to do it these days, but like it breaks down every single possible thing. So like you have no automation on acid. You are literally just boom, 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 boom. Everything is novel. Everything is new. You're considering everything holy rather than like.
Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I know what this is.
You don't know
I
anything.
know what this is. Oh, I know
so
what this
things become
is.
beautiful. Things become scary. Things become novel. It's really awesome, but it's.
It's also terrifying.
They don't call
when
it a
you
trip
have-
for nothing.
When you have heap loads of trauma and you're living a semi-introspective life.
Yeah.
Like when you're 19, you're like, what the fuck is introspection?
Right.
You
When
know?
you're 19, you're like, so much ahead of me.
And when you're like 30, you're like, I am
Made
a
the
bad
few
person
mistakes.
that did bad things and am barreling towards death.
Yeah.
And I hurt.
And I
all
hurt
the
a
time.
lot. And, reliving everything bad.
Reliving my trauma.
I'm a cancer.
Yep.
I'm a bad person. I have cancer and all my friends. Yeah, acid is crazy. I do want to do it, but I am afraid. I really am afraid of
Definitely agree.
hallucinogens.
I feel way more comfortable with like a mushroom trip at this point.
Dude, mushrooms have never been it for me. It's always been acid and
Think
not.
about the back room.
That
Think about
was
the back
nice.
room.
That was nice, but that
about
was
that
one of
room.
the only nice ones I've ever had.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are just so. They don't feel as clean. They're like.
They're dirty. They're earthy. They're earthy.
They're
They're not
earthy.
dirty. They're earthy.
They make you fucking puke all the time, right? That's like.
Boy, you gotta get on the lemon teching bandwagon.
What is that?
Boy, you gotta get on the lemon teching
teching?
bandwagon. Lemon teching, folks. Let me hop in on the camera here. Folks, lemon teching. You pick the mushroom. You dry the mushroom. You take the mushroom. You get the mushroom wet again. But you know what you don't do? You don't get it wet with water. You get it wet with lemon juice. Oh. That's cum teching.
That seems like a. Old,
I wasn't diving into cum
That's like
teching
a.
right
That's
now.
like an old sort of way to like do archaeology. Cum teching.
We ran out of lubricants to make sure we could get the dirt off without damaging it. So
well,
we
that's
just
how you can
all-
tell if something's a real bone.
a real bone.
You just cum on it, and if the cum gets scaly, then you know. You have to wait about 72 hours.
Lemon teching is very different from cum teching.
Right.
Lemon teching is where you take the
We'll see
mushrooms
about that.
and you chop them up nice and fine and you put them in a glass and you put lemon juice in it and you let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes and then you're going to take that and you're going to pour it into a pot of warm water, not like super boiling water. You don't want to destroy the psilocybin. I believe it's been a long time since I've done this, but then you're going to let it cook up for a little while, 10 minutes in hot water, and then you're going to go ahead and strain out the mushroom bits and pieces, and you're gonna just drink the liquid. Okay, and what happens is the lemon starts the process of converting psilocybin to the next chemical that it becomes inside of your body, and so it helps with that process. Part of that process produces something that makes you extremely nauseous. So when you do some of that process and you separate it out and you take the body and the stem out, and you just leave the psilocybin and the precursor chemical, that's not the right word, it makes you a lot less nauseous.
Can you do that for me?
I can do that for you, and it
Okay,
also
because
makes
nausea is like the worst possible feeling for me.
no,
Nauseous, like, I would rather be
agree.
burnt than be nauseous.
It also gets you through the come up a lot faster, which for me, both on LSD and on mushrooms,
That's
is
the
like
hard time.
The hard time.
Well, when you start feeling jelly in your stomach and you're like,
I'm nervous. No, there's
You
been
like
times
sweat a little bit, and you're like,
I was like coming up one time, and I just I went into a gas station. Don't come up in a gas station. Come up on a nice walk.
I peaked in a gas station one time, and
yeah.
it was the hardest thing ever trying to buy a bottle of water.
Yeah.
But please, go ahead.
Oh, I just had a complete fucking meltdown and forced myself
Makes
to
sense.
vomit like 15
Makes sense.
times
In the gas
bathroom.
station?
Yeah, in the gas station
Oh,
bathroom.
at least in the bathroom. At least in the bathroom.
Just
Not
on
next
a
to the
chip
rinse
rack.
bits.
Yeah, exactly. Just on a fucking chip rack. Stop! I can see you're forcing yourself to do it. I can't.
I didn't lemon tech.
I did lemon tech. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, you know, it's good stuff. Try lemon teching for the mushrooms, and for the LSD, just be ready.
Just be ready.
Be ready.
So we were not ready. This was I think this was your first time doing acid. I think it was my second time.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And there was a guy, and we just went. He was talking to us, and for some reason, bad idea in hindsight, because the world is a deep, dark jungle of a place.
Well, so no. The guy was yelling down at us, and you responsibly
That's what
yelled.
I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Can you let me tell?
Okay, you tell.
What
I
did
thought
you
you were
think I
saying.
was
I thought you were saying we walked up and were talking to him, and you like casually mentioned it.
No.
Okay, continue on.
Thank you.
Continue on. Just
This
continue
guy.
on. Start continuing on now.
Okay, I'm continuing on. I'm trying to continue on.
I'm taking the power back. Did you see what I just did there, folks? I took the power back in the situation. Now I've got the power. I'm the locus of power, and he needs to continue on immediately.
I yell, "We're on acid!"
First mistake.
That's what you don't do.
First mistake.
That's what you don't do. I yell, "We're on acid!" And then take it from there, because I actually don't remember. That's the only part. We walked
He
up
yells,
there.
"We're on acid."
We did walk up there.
Seems like it's kosher. Doesn't seem like a big issue.
We walk up there. It's a guy, John, and his wife, and they're actually chill as fuck.
Yeah, they're super
They're
chill.
super nice. They're
It's
like
really-
they're like our age now.
Now, yeah, they were like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like 30.
They were
Okay,
like 30,
okay.
maybe a little bit older,
And it
35.
seems like it's going really well, and we're kind of just talking. And then
Something turns weird because Tyler starts saying he's talking, and when you went, a lot of folks, you say like a lot. You say like a lot. And that guy, John, I remember the first thing where it started getting weird, so forgive me here, but he was like, you sound like you're from the Disney Channel, dude. To you. And then that was he had been cool. And then that was the first thing, and then I was like,
uh-oh.
oh, that's not a nice
Danger.
thing that you say for no unprompted reason. Okay.
Danger.
Okay,
Danger.
you continue.
Then things started to decline.
Me, Tyler, and his wife, Allison.
Versus John and his wife, Schmoogesboog. Schmoogesboog. And I can't remember the conversation declining, what exactly happened, but at the end of the conversation, John said, "Isn't it weird how somebody could just kill you? Isn't it weird how somebody could just cut your throat?" And then he started going, cut. And he used his hand.
He used
two hands.
Cut. To our throats.
To all of our throats.
Cut. And then he was like, "You guys are fucking on acid? Are you kidding me? You're fucking on acid?" And then he was like, "If you ever come to my property again, I'll kill you. I'll kill you."
Yeah.
And then we were like,
whoa.
Okay.
So then we left.
And went back to...
I stayed for 1 second and said...
Did you?
Yeah, I stayed for 1 second and I looked deep into John's eyes and I said, "John, you just lost a friend."
I always forget that.
You just lost a friend, and then we walked back.
You just lost a friend.
You just lost a friend.
Which to you meant like you will walk 9,000 years with a candle because of John losing a friend. At that moment on acid, like it is.
The spirituality.
Like, you just lost a friend.
You just lost a friend.
But to John, he was like, "Is this little shit gonna try and fuck with me?"
What the fuck? So then we're like, okay, that was pretty scary, but we're back in the house. None of us liked that. None of us experienced that in a good way.
So we're back in the house. We were just chilling. We were doing our thing. We were actually about to go to your house.
We were gonna go
because we were at his aunt and uncle's house. We were,
and then a dog started to bark.
A dog, Sarge.
It was nighttime.
Sarge, a little dog. He was one of those little terriers. He's like scrappy brown. He looks like his name would be Sarge.
Yeah,
the dog.
He was the Sarge in charge.
He
started to bark, and we thought, oh, okay, cool. Sarge is barking at something. He heard a thing outside, and then one of us goes and looks through the blinds. Was it you that went and looked through the blinds?
It was me that looked through. He kind of looks like this, not entirely, but kind of looks like this.
Yeah,
kind
pretty,
of. Similar to that. More higher ears.
Jeff looks through the blinds.
Police officer with flashlights. Two of them.
Flashlights. Not what you want.
I'm fucking terrified. Cause again, I'm like 19. Yeah, and
boy's got ganja on him.
I was, for a brief moment in time, when I was 19, flipping half O's.
Flipping half O's.
That's the smallest amount of weed you could ever even sell. And I was selling.
He was
weed.
flipping
I
over
was
half
selling.
O's.
I'm sorry, you know.
If you didn't sell it when you were a kid, you didn't.
I mean, dude, I was fucking rolling around in my 1989 Dodge Dynasty, listening to Ice Cube, flipping half ounces, smoking at some. I didn't even make money. I lost less money.
Yeah.
Because I lost my weed expense was a little bit reduced.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm listening to Ice Cube, drinking Mucho Mango Arizonas. It was a good time to be alive, baby.
It was fun.
But I had weed and scale and bags in my car. Luckily, my car was parked and we're on the porch, so it's not too big of a deal. But I also had weed on me.
A little bit of weed on you.
So then I go and hide it underneath Sarge's dog bed, which was big. We had smoked out of a can because we didn't have a pipe, so it was just weed.
Okay, wait. You hid it underneath Sarge's dog bed?
I thought so, right?
Because we hid our weed when we were in Mexico in that military stop.
Yeah, no,
underneath
I
Dickie's
do
dog
remember
bed.
that. I do remember that, and I'm hoping I'm not mixing up stories because I remember I had the bag
If you did,
on
that's
me.
wild as fuck.
I'm pretty fucking sure I hid it underneath the dog bed.
That's
I'm like,
too cool for school.
hey, great minds, baby. Dog bed. Who's gonna check?
It saved our lives. We would be Allison and I could be dead or in Mexican
We've told this
prison
one
right
other
now.
time before,
Yeah.
but really quick, at a Mexican stop point, they got stuck with my weed.
With his weed.
They hid it underneath the dog bed. They checked like fucking dry.
They opened up cans of dried beans. They pulled everything out of the trunk.
Somehow they did not get the weed, and it's because Dinky, 19-year-old Mexican Chihuahua, was sitting on a dog bed. They had the weed underneath, and he went.
He was like, "You think I'm on your turf? You're on my turf."
Exactly.
Bitch.
And then they were like,
first.
fuck it, old dog, old Chihuahua. I'm not gonna.
Literally almost went to Mexican prison.
So this time, that was like 5 years later.
Yeah.
But so we're 19. We're sitting on the porch. The cop is like, "Hey, what's going on? We got a call of some possible disturbance, maybe some drug use. Somebody said that maybe there was some LSD being used." And then we're like, "Oh, LSD." And we're still coming down off acid at this point, folks. We're not like right as rain.
Heart is like.
So we're like LSD. We were like joking about that. We were like joking about like if we took LSD, but
we always thought it would be kind of cool to take LSD.
But
we
we were,
heard
like,
about LSD before,
kind of like as a bit.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it would be. We
like,
thought it would be fun, but obviously,
okay.
whoa, seems like a big deal now. I don't think we would ever do that.
Basically, one of them goes in with you, I think, maybe, and starts checking things. Because I remember you said that I remember there was something about a can that we smoked weed out of, and you. That's what it was. Okay, this is what it was.
Here it is, folks.
I had some weed. I put it underneath the dog bed. But I also had a bag that didn't have weed. It had like a tiny little bit. It had like literally, like less than a fucking half of a gram. It was like such a small amount. And he ended up seeing that, putting me in handcuffs because of the tiny amount of weed that I had. And then he was like, "Do you have any more weed in there?" And then we're like, "No, it was." And I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Weed's illegal, isn't it?" As he's like putting me in my handcuffs, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sorry." And then he's like, "Do you have any more weed in there?" And then I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "All right, well, we're just gonna go in and check." They go in and check with you, and then they were like, "Do you have is there any pipe or anything? How'd you smoke it?" And then you were like, "Oh, we smoked it out of a pop can and we threw it into the woods." But I did have a weed and pipe there. You were kind of saving me. And then so we all came out. And they're like talking to us, and they're like talking about how they could take us to jail and shit. And at that point, I'm literally in cuffs. I think I might be crying because I'm like, if they fucking check my car,
He's out like a trout.
It's just weed.
He's out like a trout.
Bags and a scale.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
It's all
and
over.
I'm
like
fucking.
Dover.
It's over before it fucking started.
Yeah. He's out like a trout, and it's over. Like
so that's when Allison started rubbing my back.
Yeah.
And I was getting a little hard.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was because of that.
Fear boner.
And that was a fear boner. It was a fear
boner.
boner. No, but I thought that was very kind. She was rubbing my back because I was just like, yeah, I'm so fucked.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know. They just were like, you guys got to be a little more careful next time, or so. I like literally the gist
we
was
convinced them that we weren't on acid, even though we were on acid, and we convinced them that Jeff wasn't flipping half O's.
Right. Well, that never came up because luckily they didn't check my car, but.
Yeah. I think they asked, "Are any of these cars yours?" And we were like,
"No." Yeah, no, I think they did. They're like,
nope.
"These aren't our cars."
Nope, none of these cars are ours. Two of the cars were ours. Nope.
Yeah, no, that shit was just so fucked. And then I remember listening to "Sky Is the Limit" by Biggie Smalls
afterwards
on the drive home.
Yeah, that drive home was like was wild. That drive home was like...
That was like... And then I think I also listened to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Now you go again, say you want your freedom.
Yeah, you got your freedom.
Oh, God, I did. But that shit was... you're bringing me back with the rub on the back.
Oh, I'm bringing me back with the rub in the back. You sound like a trout and it's over like Dover. Okay, what's popping off with this beautiful model?
This beautiful model, I guess she actually was a real estate agent as well.
Wow.
The local police discovered...
So that actually makes the story less interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Real estate agent,
that's like
skip.
That's like good.
Skip.
That's like good.
Just in case you guys don't know, Jeff is...
I'm a real estate agent, but we're bad people.
You're bad people.
We're literally bad people.
If you know any real estate agents, you know. If you know, you know. You know, it's like...
In addition... They found her. They were conducting a wellness check at her home. The police, it came after concerns from her family after she was not responding to their messages. She had last been seen days before. In addition, values were also taken from Mooney's apartment, and her sister, Jordan Pauline. That's a weird way to spell Jordan.
Jourdin. Jordan.
That's a Jordan from the hood, folks. Believes the suspects attempted to sell her iPhone and MacBook. Pauline also said that Mooney was pregnant when she died. I can't imagine what my sister went through, and it pains me to even think about it.
So it sounds like this was a robbery gone wrong?
It's honestly so stressful, she said. I have thousands and thousands of scenarios in my head of what could have happened because we don't know. Well, it's pretty clear what happened.
She got beat to death.
Got beat to death and put into a refrigerator.
Yeah.
I mean, don't stress yourself out. It's already a stressful enough situation with...
Yeah,
I mean, just watch the Brew with Brotherwife and we'll decode it. We're not as... When you're so close to home, it's hard to decipher, but we'll tell you.
We'll get you that
it's
zoomed
very
out for you.
Clear.
It's like we're kind of like the little blue dot. We're kind of like the little blue dot for families of the murder.
The person's still out there. Christ. The police are not telling us anything. The medical examiner said Mooney had alcohol and cocaine in her body. Oh, you hate to see it. That's real estate agents for you, folks.
That is real estate. It's not easy. They're bad people, but it is not easy to sell houses. Oh gosh! Well, I mean, the question is, did she know she was pregnant?
I mean,
that's less sad for Mooney, the murder victim.
The 32-year-old. Oh my gosh! News of Mooney's death came after another model, 32-year-old Nicole Coates, was also found deceased in her apartments 2 days before. It prompted speculation that the two incidents were perhaps connected, but police told the Los Angeles Times that there's no evidence.
I mean,
that the cases are related.
Here's the big thing here: if you're gonna serial kill someone, why would you not make it look like a robbery? You know?
Yep. No.
And why would you ever not take their phone? Like, you would always take their phone. You should always make it look like a robbery. Like, these are things that you do as a serial killer, in my opinion.
As a serial killer, you have to have an SOP, if you will.
Standard operating protocol.
You need to have a plan, folks, because if you don't have a plan, then things are just going to happen to you.
Sandwich on power dough.
Luckily, this good man is not apprehended by the police. Which you know, sometimes you can get away without having a plan, folks.
Without having a plan.
I mean,
it looks like he didn't have a plan. It looks like he didn't have a plan, but that is sometimes the person with the best plan. The person that looks like they didn't have a plan, folks. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
That's very
You guys
nice.
ever watch what is it? Something Stranger or the guy with
Stranger Things?
No, not Stranger Things. It's an
The
old
Strangers?
movie. He walks away at the end and his limp goes away.
Usual Suspects.
Kaiser Sose. Kaiser fucking Sose.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to rewatch that movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah, you've mentioned that twice in the last 2 weeks.
I like Usual Suspects a lot.
Okay.
I like Kaiser Sose.
If you know the end, though, it kind of ruins the entire thing.
Forget I said anything. If you haven't seen Usual Suspects, watch
Kaiser
it.
Sose is just a fucking... He's a baseball player.
He's
sounds like a
great
baseball
man.
player.
He does sound like a baseball player. Like a Japanese...
Kaiser Sose.
Japanese Mongolian
I was
player.
I was thinking black.
Japanese black?
Japanese black, but big. If the Japanese men aren't...
Mongolian.
Mongolians are big?
Mongolian folks are pretty big.
Are they?
Yeah, Kaiser Sose.
Is Japanese Mongolian? I thought Chinese is Mongolian.
Chinese is like North Mongol. Well, Mongolian is like Southern Chinese, kind of in a way, but they're really just.
Which one are Uyghurs?
Asian steppe. Which ones are what?
Uyghurs.
Those are. I think Northern Chinese
I
Muslims.
think Uyghurs are. Yeah, I think they're like a
Northern Chinese
I'm pretty sure
Muslims?
the Uyghurs are like a. They have like a. They're like a nomad tribe. They're
Okay,
like Cham people.
okay.
Or like Hmong people. They're like, I think. Folks, if you know much about
If
Uyghurs,
anybody knows about
please
Uyghurs
go ahead and
or
comment in the.
Mongolians
Yeah, go ahead
or
and comment.
the
here.
Japanese. And also comment if you think that Kaiser Soze is a fitting name for a Japanese Mongolian individual.
Do you want to do Matthew Perry or do you want to do this one?
I'll do this one, and I'm going to read this one because
Okay,
it
go
has
ahead.
to do with mayonnaise.
Please go ahead.
Former Mayo doctor charged with fatally poisoning wife. And you know what, folks? You hate to see it because he went the smartest route you can. Poison is the way to kill someone. It just is. It just is the way to kill
folks,
someone. You got to wait for the right time. You got to use the right poison, but poisoning is the way to go.
It's the best way to play stupid.
It's the best way to play stupid. I don't know. She did just bad. Dead. A former doctor at Mayo Clinic in Rochester faces charges for allegedly fatally poisoning his wife last summer. So it's been a summer, but now we've got the news. We've got the news for you.
They're like, you know what? We've been able to ascertain.
Connor Bowman, 30, was charged Monday, and he was only 30. You know, that's a little early for poison, in my opinion. You gotta wait a little while. Was charged Monday in Olmsted County with second-degree murder in the death of his wife, Betty. You hate to see a Betty go down like that.
Yeah.
Who was a pharmacist at Mayo Clinic.
It makes me think his wife is like 65.
Right. Is Betty shortened from something?
Bettram?
Betias?
Betias.
Bethany? Bethany! Maybe it's Bethany.
Could it literally be Bethany? Potentially.
It really could.
Potentially.
It really could.
Wow.
Connor Bowman made his initial court appearance on Monday morning. Bail was set at $2 million with conditions, $5 million without. He's due back in court November 1st. According to the complaint, Betty Bowman was admitted to Mayo Clinic on August 16th. Wait. She was a Mayo pharmacist, and she got admitted to the Mayo Clinic. That's kind of a conflict of interest.
They're keeping it real in-house.
It's almost like she really just had the stomach flu, but she was kind of a bitch to her coworker, so they just killed her. They're like, finally, our opportunity.
Right.
To the Mayo Clinic on August 16th with gastrointestinal distress and dehydration. She did not respond to treatment, and her condition deteriorated rapidly. She died on August 20th at age 32, so she was 2 years older. Now, is 2 years older enough to call her a cougar? Is a cougar contextual?
Is that a real question?
Oh, yeah. It's
0%. No, a cougar's like 45 at least.
Okay. So a cougar is not contextual to the age of the individual participating in sexual intercourse.
No,
I just want to make sure.
Cougar is past MILF.
Okay, cougar is past MILF. Okay. Just wanted to check in. An autopsy found that her death was caused by the toxic effects of colchicine. That's not how you pronounce it. Colchicine, a drug typically used to treat gout. Maybe he just used too much. Maybe she was a gouty Betty.
Wait, where are you reading that?
A drug typically used to treat gout, a condition Betty Bowman wasn't being treated for. But sometimes you know your spouse better than a doctor does.
Sometimes, and especially if you're a doctor.
If you're a doctor, okay?
You know your spouse.
Yeah. It's just it's so heartbreaking to see a doctor not get away with poisoning. You'd think he just... One, as a doctor, and two, as a well-educated individual, you think you'd figure it out.
Yeah.
According to the charges, Connor Bowman had suggested his wife's death was from a rare condition called he even had it all set up. He was like, yeah, it's just hemophagocytic lympho... Jesus Christ. Okay, I get one try here.
Okay.
Hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Or HLH.
Lymphohistiocytosis, yeah.
Or
HLH. Just say HLH.
Just say HLH. Hospital tests for HLH were inconclusive, which does not mean they weren't positive.
That's a good
Bowman
point.
allegedly attempted to stop an autopsy of his wife's remains and sought to have them cremated immediately. That's kind of a
He's
giveaway.
like, I'm grieving, and I just need this.
He's just in there with a blowtorch. They're like, whoa. No, this is what she wanted. Meanwhile, an investigation by law enforcement found that the couple were discussing divorce and that Connor Bowman reportedly was set to receive a $$500,000.
$500,000 is not that much.
It's
from
not
life
enough
insurance.
to kill.
That's like the base amount of life insurance.
If you're like destitute, $500,000 is a big deal.
Yeah.
But when you're a doctor,
just do take a couple bribes.
Do some night shifting. Do some night
weird
shifting.
stuff.
The investigation also found forensic evidence from Connor Bowman's devices, including one that he used as a poison specialist. He was a poison specialist.
He's a literal poison specialist.
He was a fucking poison specialist, and he couldn't get away with this shit.
Oh my god!
What a loser!
So, folks, if you think you're savvy, think again, because a 30-year-old hotshot doctor poison specialist couldn't even kill his own cougar wife.
Son of a bitch!
It fucking pains my heart.
Fuck Connor Bowman. It showed he was researching colchicine. University officials told investigators that Bowman hadn't received any calls related to colchicine. His internet searches also included internet browsing history Can it be used in court? As well as research about other substances that can be lethal. In a statement, Mayo Clinic officials said that they were aware of Connor Bowman's arrest and that his residency at Mayo ended earlier this month. A co-worker of Betty Bowman smoked with the Rochester Post-Bulletin. A co-worker of Betty Bowman chiefed hard with the Rochester Post-Bulletin
and was like pretty fucking chill the whole time.
Pretty fucking chill. She said
she even matched.
She even matched. Toke for toke, 20 for 20. Jason Harold, who said he trained Bowman, recalled that she was smart, experienced, she's hardworking, and just a really good asset at the Mayo.
In addition to being a really, really nice person.
Son of a bitch.
Obviously not that nice if the husband wanted to...
I mean, the 500 though, I guess the 500 will do that.
I mean, does he have gambling debts?
He must have gambling
I'm really
debts.
confused.
500 is just not enough to especially if you're a shitty poison specialist.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is just, if you are a poison specialist, you might be better off just like dumping him in a bog. You know?
Yeah, it's a little bit too close to home.
If you're a fucking poison specialist...
Right.
But if he's a
this is when you should be making it seem like it was an armed robbery.
Exactly.
And then the other guy should have... These guys got to link up.
They got to link up.
We need to create a network. A criminal network.
Yeah.
A syndicate. A syndicate that helps you be your best serial killer.
Okay, so Astounding Criminal Network, ACN.
ACN.
Astounding. It's astoundingly good.
Don't be caught without us.
Don't get caught
without us?
Yeah. Stay caught up, don't get caught out.
Yeah! God damn. Also, the other thing, again, just a piece of advice, folks. If you're gonna Google internet browsing history, can it be used in court? That's like a slingshot, because once you see yes it can, you've already you really
no plausible
need to weigh your options before making a search like that.
Public library, folks.
Go to a library.
We're not sponsored by NordVPN.
Get a VPN.
But NordVPN.
Make it seem like you're coming from Bangladesh.
And that's a shout out to our boy in Bangi.
We love you.
If you're gonna murder somebody, make it look like it's coming from my house. If I'm gonna murder somebody, I'll make it look like it's coming from your house.
That's just good teamwork.
Stay safe out there if you're trying to murder, folks. Stay safe out there.
Folks, it is not easy to murder.
Is this another crazy sea life story?
We didn't read it last week, did we? I'm trying to get the video, but...
Ooh! I like this. Underdog coming from the bottom.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't think I was going to have the video, so I was kind of surreptitiously...
Is the video here?
I don't think so. I don't think it is.
They say video.
I know.
Okay, TT's going to try and find it. TT's going to try and find it while you read the story.
Well, what I was hoping to do is I wanted to just cue this up, and then I was hoping to do a call, because we keep forgetting to do our game show. So that's what I was hoping to do.
Okay. I think I've got the video right here, maybe. No, I think it's just the story.
It's rough. It's rough. But folks, one of the things that we do here on The Brew is we're a band that is also a game show that happens to have a podcast, and we are trying to get people to play a game show with us. We cold solicit businesses, and we make a game about their business. And what we do is desperately convince them to play. We're still working on our approach. But one thing that somebody pointed out, and you've already kind of done this, we've got to make it seem like we're highlighting local businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you've already kind of,
Yeah. We don't have to let them know that our show is about graphic violence.
Right. They don't want to know that 15 minutes ago we were talking about the best way to murder people.
Yeah, the best way to poison your own wife. Okay, so today we've talked about refrigerators. We've talked about poison. We could
appliances.
We could call it an appliance store. Okay. We could call it an appliance store. So we're gonna do appliances or poison. So if we can't get we'll try one or two appliance stores.
Well, what's poison though? Like what business?
Poison specialist. Poison hotline. We call a poison hotline and try and get them to do it. That seems
that's
a weird
illegal.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hit me after I said it. I needed to say it out loud before I realized that. That's a bad idea.
Can we?
Can
we say, hey, this is an emergency, this is a game show? Is that possible? Is that illegal?
Okay, could we call 911 and say this is not an emergency, it's a game show?
Is it illegal
I think this is going to take too long, probably.
To call poison hotline as a joke.
I mean, it's not a joke. It is a game show. It's not a joke.
Is it illegal to prank call poison control? It's not a prank, though. It's a game.
Appliance. Exactly. It's not a prank.
But the problem is that you can't... The prize, folks, that another person had... It's a pool. So if the first person doesn't get it, $5 gets added.
That was
or
Costa.
$1.
Now he's going by Coda, but that was Costa.
Okay.
Shout out to our boy Costa / Coda.
I don't know if $5 is the right increment, but maybe $1. $3?
I think $5.
$5, you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because if nobody gets it, then I mean we save $20.
But then it's got to be harder. Because we've been kind of giving him like easy ball questions.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm fine with how we've been going. Right. Appliance store, Kitsap County. I want to call Bill's Appliances.
Okay.
Have you Bill's Appliances?
I don't know. I don't know that actually.
Albert Lee Appliance. Oh my God, did Bill's shut down? Did Bill's literally shut down? Oh my God, guys, Bill's shut down.
Oh no, folks! You heard it here first. Fuck Matthew Perry. Bill's is shut down.
Bill's Appliance. He had the cute little van. He had the little face on it.
I think you know what? He actually is on the. He's on the.
He's actually on death row.
He's on the run because he actually cut up a model real estate agent.
Put her in a.
He's like, this is a Whirlpool G787. I know that this bitch and her baby can fit in there. Literally not a problem. Literally not a problem. Come on.
Okay, Albert Lee Appliance. Here we go. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep. Wait.
We're ready.
Yep.
Silverdale, Albert Lee. This is Katie speaking. How may I direct your call?
Hey, Katie, this is Tyler. You're on the Brew with Brotherwife. We reach out to local small businesses, and we have a quiz. We have game show elements on our show, and we reach out to small businesses. We ask 3 questions. Either way, we're going to leave a positive review for you and your business. But if you answer all 3 questions right, we will Venmo you $25 as well as highlighting your business on the podcast. So I'm wondering if you'd be interested in participating. Takes about 3 minutes.
Potentially even less.
You're over here in Kitsap, right?
Yep, we're in Kitsap County.
Well, I am not the person who runs the store. This is not exactly my call. But
I mean, it's up to you. We're a smaller podcast, but we've got good viewership. I mean, it's completely up to you, but it's kind of not a big deal. You know, we're not going international with this or anything. It's it's just a fun little game show element. So 3 questions that have to do with appliances, with fridges, and then if you win, you get the 25, and either way, you get a nice review for the business. So it's kind of a win-win.
I have just the person. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Including professional
Can we get the
We are
whole music
giving
on?
extra cleaning attention to high traffic areas as well as high use objects in our stores.
Oh wow,
such
that's
as
really
appliance
nice.
handles, doors, keyboards.
So these
touchscreens,
guys at
and
Albert Lee
more.
they're pretty steadfast about cleaning. That's awesome.
I love that.
Oh my
Albert
gosh,
Lee Appliance is a
folks, do you want a dirty
three-generation
appliance or do you want a clean
family-owned
appliance? I think that's a pretty
business
easy
serving the
answer.
Pacific
Do they do
Northwest
used
since
appliances too? It sounds like they
Stop
must.
on by one of
I
our
would hope so,
So they
because
do
I mean,
new and used appliances?
appliances you get a great value on a used range, folks. 2 or 3 years, that's barely used.
I might need to talk to them on live on air about getting, because I need a new fridge and a new washing machine.
This could be a great segue. Great
I need a new
opportunity.
washing machine, anyways. So.
Hello there, this is Robert.
Hey, Robert. I'm actually also Robert, but my middle name is Tyler, so I go by Tyler. I was the 4th living Robert when I was born. But I am technically a Robert. But you are on the Brew with Brotherwife. We're a local podcast, and we reach out to local businesses, and we ask them 3 questions. It's kind of a game show element part of our podcast, but we ask 3 questions. We highlight the local business. Either way, if you win, you get $25 sent to you, and I think it's actually $30 today because we didn't get somebody that did it last week. But if you win, we send you $30, and if you don't, we just leave a positive review. Either way, we leave a positive review, so it's kind of a win-win.
All right,
but
all right.
Are you up for the challenge?
Why the heck not?
Awesome, Robert. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, Robert, I'm going to hand you over to Jeffrey, and he's going to ask you these questions.
Robert, welcome to the game show. We're really excited to have you. I got 3 questions here. You have to answer them correctly to win the prize. They are multiple choice. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Beautiful. Robert, what was the first commercially successful electric refrigerator called? A, frost-free, B, Iceless Wonder, C, Frigid Air, or D, Cool Master?
Oh.
What was the first commercially
two of
successful...
those are actually brands on there. I want to say it was Frigid Air on there, but I could be mistaken.
Robert, that's correct. It was C, Frigidaire. Question 2. In which decade was the first electric vacuum cleaner introduced to households? A, 1910s, B, 1920s, C, 1930s, or D, 1940s? Decade where the first electric vacuum cleaner was introduced to households.
Oh, jeez.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, no,
Kind of got to think about electricity and when,
yeah,
when were they
no,
rolling out outlets?
I know, I remember that Kirby vacuum cleaners started back in 1906, but that was before they started going electric on there, so I'm gonna guess the 1910s.
Oh, Robert, I'm so sorry. They did not have that tech back then. It was 1920s. It was the Gilded Age.
You were really close. That is a tough one. Yeah, and I mean, you kind of have to know about, power rolling out and how the infrastructure of electricity went, and, it's kind of a tricky one. Do you want to answer the third one just for fun?
What the heck? Why not?
Let's do it.
All right, Robert, we love it. Which kitchen appliance invented in 1960s is designed to automatically prepare and brew coffee? A, blender, B, coffee maker, C, microwave oven, D, slow cooker.
Man, if only this could have been...
That is a real busted third question.
That one might even be... You don't even have to answer that one. I think if
I'm just gonna go and say, do I need to even say this here?
5 seconds, Robert. Time's running out. Oh, well...
We're going to go with
coffee
coffee
maker.
maker. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Robert. Just to make sure, this is Albert Lee Appliance, is that correct? And is there anything you want to say to the audience?
Just keep listening. These guys are awesome.
Right back at you, Robert.
We appreciate
Thank
it, Robert.
you so much.
This is the Brew with Brotherwife. Thanks for attending the show, and thanks for your awesome attitude. We really appreciate it. We'll be leaving a review for you on a couple
5 stars
later
baby.
today. 5 stars, Robert with Albert Lee Appliance. You are awesome, man.
Thank you.
Have an awesome day.
Have a great day. That was pretty good.
That was great.
That was pretty good.
We did it.
I had an idea.
Okay.
Just to kind of up the ante, what about 5 questions they get to get 1 wrong?
I kind of like that.
Just so they're not,
It's technically still harder.
Yeah.
It's technically still harder.
Maybe easier questions.
I mean...
That was okay,
I knew 20s. I knew 20s.
I didn't know that. Did you see what happened? So what I do is I go to the ChatGPT where like I've like had this done before. Mm-hmm. Like I set up the ChatGPT to understand what I want, and then I was like, all right, now do one for appliances. And it did not. It made me like the stupidest shit, and then it was like freezing in the middle of me. Yeah. So
as I'm calling and talking to,
as you were already talking to her, it was like frozen, and I was like, keep going, and then it wasn't working, and then I was like, make one. You know what I want. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I finally got one, but then it really poor question with the last one.
I mean,
2 hard questions. The first one wasn't that hard.
Maybe you scan them. Maybe you scan them and have it rewrite the third one.
Typically, I want to scan, but then
hard.
It was just so hard and fast.
And dirty.
I think that was good though.
That was great. That was great. So, folks, we got a winning thing here. We just, it's all about speeding up process and making it snappy. But that was pretty snappy.
That was good.
We got the one transfer. We got the hold music. We like it. What do we have in the news?
Well, I really wanted to get this fucking this sea lion. Oh, here it is. You got to beat in. God damn it.
Okay, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the video.
Let's see.
Videos.
Well, this is. I think it's right. I think it's right here. It's on Instagram, but I'm trying to log in.
Sea lion rips out throat of a thresher shark.
You got it?
Shark chokes on sea lion.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, we're gonna watch a redo here. So there's
shark, sea lion on the top there, and then. Oh wait, the sea lion rips out the shark's throat? Oh wait, okay, I did not realize that.
Damn!
Oh my goodness.
Damn, respect. And the seagull's like, I am in on this. Thank you.
Seagull's like, I'm Chum City, baby.
Lunch,
and dinner. I'm a lone goal. I see. Okay, so I totally read this wrong. Folks, wow, he's got a big old fucking chunk of shark flesh.
Yeah.
Sea lions are not your friends. They're not nice. They're not cute. They're not the cute dogs of the sea. They're vicious, foul, disgusting creatures. And I know because I am one.
I was gonna say, that being said, I have swam with sea lions quite a few times.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I would be deadly afraid.
I was very scared. I've also interacted with sea lions a lot when I worked on tugboats.
The same with boats,
And
but they're disgusting.
They're covered in shit.
Wait, you really swam with them?
I really swam.
Swam. Did you touch them?
I didn't touch them. I wasn't.
Were you afraid?
I wasn't finna touch them. Yeah, I was afraid.
Okay.
I was really afraid the first time. The second time, I was like, they probably ain't gonna get me.
Wait, but isn't the water so cold?
I mean, it was scuba. I was in scuba gear.
Scuba. Actually, elaborate on that.
Twice. Once it was scuba, and once it was snorkeling.
Scuba, somehow I'd feel. What would I
feel?
feel?
You'd feel less safe.
Less safe, scuba? Really?
Yeah. You're so far under the water.
Yeah.
With the snorkel, you're like, at least I can die looking at the sky that I've grown under my entire life. But when you're fucking 80 feet under the water, you're like, I don't make it up before I'm dead. Kill me down here. I tear my fucking mask out and drown while I'm getting my dick torn off by a sea lion.
Right.
You know, it's a different... the fear level when you're deep...
If they could do that to the shark, imagine what they'll do to your fucking... to your
genitals.
piece.
Yeah, to your piece.
To your personal shark.
To your... My son calls it his Mimi.
Yeah?
He calls it his Mimi.
That's funny.
When I ask him to say penis, he says Mimi.
Well, but that's what you call it. So you taught him that. So why is that?
Anyways, I did one deep dive. Below 100 feet. I did a 200-foot dive, and it was
Is that
cool.
pretty?
That's super deep. You have to use like special gas. Like it's not just like normal tank gas. It's like super crazy gas.
Really?
And like it's really bad to like just like go up too fast. Like you have to like go up and like have you ever heard of? Is it called nitrogen sickness? I think.
Oh, dude, I got sick.
I got
sick scuba diving. The one and only time I scuba dived, so I got insanely sick.
Did you puke underwater?
I didn't, but I do have a story that I'll tell in a second.
Okay, so like the whole thing about going on deep dives is like, don't go up too quick. It's
that makes sense. Yeah.
We went down this huge tanker. We were going down. We stayed like 50 feet away from it, but so much sea life. These manta rays that were like fucking 14 feet wide, like fucking going over the top of us and underneath us everywhere. Fucking sea lions and fish, and it was just gorgeous and beautiful. This is in Hawaii.
That's so cool.
And we're having the best time. I'm a skinny little fuck, though. So like, when I'm down there, I have like 7 minutes of fun, 7 minutes of like, okay, and then the rest of the time, however long it is fucked. I'm like...
Wait, why? Oh, because you're so cold?
Because I'm so fucking cold. I've never had a dry suit. I've always had just shitty wetsuits.
A dry suit keeps you actually dry?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Really?
Oh, yeah, baby. It seals up at your wrist and you pump air into the fucking suit. Yeah, it's hell.
Wait, so you're good. Do dry suits ever get penetrated? Like,
I mean, yeah, they can.
But a
it's
tiny bit?
Yeah. It's usually you got a little bit in your boot and it got on you a little bit, but like, you're pretty cozy. In a dry
oh,
suit.
my God.
Yeah, dry suits are a thing. But I never
idea.
had a dry suit. I was always a shivering white stick in the sea. So we do this whole thing. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. Life-changing experience. Love it. My dad, his BC, his buoyancy control device, accidentally fills it to the fucking tits. And just...
Oh my
shoots
God.
to the fucking top.
Oh my God.
And on accident. From the fucking bottom, bro.
No.
Not like at the second decompression stop.
No.
From the fucking bottom.
No.
And I'm like,
my dad's head just exploded.
And the fucking guy is like, he's panicked too. He's like, oh shit, oh no, oh shit, oh no, oh God, you stay. He's like signaling me to stay. So then I have a 15-minute decompression journey up to the top while I'm like, my dad's eyeballs exploded. He's fucking blind and his heart is failing on the surface. They're trying to fucking keep him alive and they just can't do it.
Oh my God.
I get up there. He's fine.
He's chilling.
He's just chilling.
He's fucking having a beer.
He did go to the doctor, and the doctor was like, you can't fly, so we had to stay in Hawaii like 2 extra days.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because it gets further decompression. So, like, there's a bunch of nitrogen. There's a bunch of nitrogen
break
in your
it down.
blood.
What's going on?
So, I'm not super firm on the science, but essentially, your blood gets gas in it.
Okay.
Which is not a good thing. And if the gas decompresses too much, the bubbles get too big. And the bubbles will, like, block shit, and, like, you'll basically have a stroke or a heart attack. So the nitrogen or whatever it is has to reabsorb into your blood and, like, not be bubbles anymore, is the way that I understand it, and I could be totally wrong. Jump on if you guys know, but...
Yeah, if the diver rises too quickly, the nitrogen forms bubbles in the body.
Okay, cool.
This can cause tissue and nerve damage. In extreme cases, it can cause paralysis or death. If the bubbles are in the
It's essentially a stroke. It's a stroke. It's not like a clot, but it is a clot because it stops the blood from flowing. So the doctor, because you think about it, okay, what are you doing at depth? You're moving up in the atmosphere. Now it's under pressure, water pressure, so it's more significant. But when you get on a plane and you get up to 30,000 fucking feet, those bubbles getting big. You bring a loaded soda up on a plane and it's gonna fucking blow, baby.
Straight up, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And so you literally...
Toothpaste? Looks like a fucking bulldog coming.
I used to live in an area where I would go up and down a lot of hills, a lot of elevation changes, and I vaped, and it was bullshit. It was bullshit because every time I would have an extreme elevation change, my vape would just spray fucking vape juice out everywhere. And it took me like 3 months to figure out what was going on. I was like, what the fuck why is there always vape? I'm just covered in fucking vape juice. Yeah. I'm just drenched in fucking vape juice.
I'm
and it was that.
I am a vape cartridge.
I am a vape cartridge at this point. So what's your scuba story? Let's get into scuba stories, my boy.
Well, I do want to do a scuba story, but I feel like there's still more in there. I mean, wow. That's awesome that you got to go scuba diving. That's a good thing. I
got to do that with my dad a lot.
That's nice.
It was a cool thing that I connected with my dad on. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
I really appreciate it.
Well, and especially because like he likes fishing.
Yeah.
You don't like killing animals.
Yeah.
You like seeing animals.
First thing though he got into was spearfishing underwater.
Oh, really? And then he's like, I got a scuba to really, like, suss out how these fuckers act.
I want to watch them fucking die.
Right.
Well, actually, you do watch fish die. You beat them to death.
Spearfishing, though...
Spearfishing is respectable. I'm okay with spearfishing.
Yeah, you're kind of... It's you versus the fucking creature.
Exactly, yeah. And you're down there, and you're in the Pacific Northwest. There's, like, some shit that can go wrong.
Yeah.
You're scuba diving is not very safe. It's not a super safe thing to do.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I scuba dived in Belize, and I felt pretty safe, but there was a pretty crazy eel that we saw.
Yeah.
And I did not...
Dude, was it a wolf eel? Did it have the ugliest face you've ever seen in your entire life?
I mean, I remember it was like...
Could be a wolf eel. I don't know.
I just kept opening its mouth like a goddamn animatronic robot.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like, damn, I
mean, what are you doing right now?
Hey, yo!
He's flapping his
gills!
He's flapping his gills!
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god!
Hey!
This boy bringing the fire! Woo!
Yeah, it's wild. Scuba diving is super sick.
I was scubaing. I was down. Dude, trying to control your buoyancy device is difficult.
It is not easy.
Especially when you're a large man.
Oh,
You're already quite buoyant.
He's quite buoyant.
So I really had to like focus. It was not.
Were they like, let's do the 4-pound weight. Let's do the 10-pound. Let's do the 14-pound weight.
I guess they did. We are weighted, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I just remember the person that I was with at the time. I just felt like very self-conscious because the suit really like made me look like a BBW woman. Like, it just really accentuated my curve.
It packed you in.
I was just like, oh fuck.
She's a curvy bitch.
Yeah, but I was down there. It was cool. Came up immediately when I got on the level. I was like, the sea level because like in the water it's very serene. It's very placid. There's nothing happening down there. It's just you go up. That's where shit's actually getting a little bit. You're jostling. Your body's jostling. So I was getting sick, but I was okay. I get on the boat, and it's like this little cruise thing, or like a little guide thing. So they have like water and fruit and stuff like that. So I'm eating some pineapple. I'm like, oh, this pineapple's really nice. It's really good. Then I start to get really sick, and I throw the pineapple up over the side of the boat. Just a huge pineapple puke. Immediately. Like 50 tiny sharks just flock to it. Like piranhas.
This is after you go scuba diving.
This is after I went scuba.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's great.
They're tiny little sharks. I knew that these sharks were out there.
How tiny is tiny?
Like 2 feet, 3 feet.
Okay.
Very small. Like
you could punch one to death.
They're like friendly, I guess. They're like cool. They don't. Yeah.
They just love pineapple.
They just fucking love pineapple.
I'm imagining they did that on purpose. They find the sickest looking person on the boat,
yeah,
and then have you chum the sharks for the next group that comes out.
Right. It's like that's how they keep their Department of Fish and Game. going. Yeah.
Bullies. They don't have a really strong fishing game department, but they know how to do it with low resources.
Did you watch Friends growing up? R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
R.I.P. to the boy.
God, it's really hard. It's really hard to read.
didn't.
It's really hard to read the time on this. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's extremely hard to read the time on this.
I loved watching Friends. I watched it every single night, pretty much for like a 3-year period with my family, and it was, it was a good experience.
I watched a lot of Friends. I watched all of Friends.
You gotta be eating food when you watch Friends. That's
Sure.
like literally the business plan.
It's kind of the business plan. I watched it all with Al, and it was a really good time.
Oh.
It was a nice load off in the evening. It was good. Matthew Perry, I mean, he's a great actor, but he's kind of a trash person.
I don't even think he was that he literally was addicted to drugs and alcohol. How can you not
I like it. He wasn't a trash person. I'm just playing DA.
DA. Folks, we are a band that's also a game show. We love you guys. We have never once gone over 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we're not going to do it today. So
we love you.